Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Appreciate you coming by. Miss Hart Gasper, thank you so much for that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Hey, Jaden, how you doing? Hey, KK. The answer to your question, KK, is no, that is not. That channel name, no, it is not. But in case they're lurking, I don't want to talk about it. I do not want to talk about it. Hey, Sonia, how you doing? Today is Tuesday. Second day of the work week. For all you working folks out there, today is Taco Tuesday everywhere in the world except New Jersey. It's Taco Tuesday everywhere in the world except New Jersey. Yep, not Taco Tuesday, Sonia says. You're right. Not everywhere in the world except New Jersey. It is Taco Tuesday. So there you go. There you go. Had a rare treat on TV today. I actually watched a little TV today, folks. They had some of the old Errol Flynn black and white pirate movies on today. I actually enjoy watching those. They were on today. Aurora says, guess what? It snowed here today. Oh my goodness, Aurora. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aurora, that it snowed. But welcome to the live stream where it's nice and warm. Welcome to the live stream where it's nice and warm. Right now it's 77 degrees and sunny, Aurora. Right here where I'm at. 77 degrees and sunny right now. It was cold this morning. It was in the 40s. But it's warmed up about 30 degrees. We're back to that. You got to run the heat in the mornings, and you got to run the air conditioner in the afternoons. That's our regular this time of year weather pattern. KK said it's 72 outside. Yeah, I'm 77. 77 and sunny. So what's everybody up to? Anybody up to anything good today? Did Vermont Paint go live today? I did not see him today. I don't even know if he went live today or not. I didn't see him live anyway. Exactly, Sonia. Exactly. Yeah, my furnace and air conditioning don't know what to do. They don't know which one to turn on and which one to turn off. Sonia says, not yet. Okay. Hey, Madonna, how you doing today, my friend? Hope you're not out working too hard. Hope you're not out working too hard. What's up, Muscle Man? How you doing today, buddy? How you doing today, Muscle Man? What's up? Just working, not too hard. I hear you. What's that old saying, Madonna? Work smarter, not harder. That's right. Work smarter, not harder. Yep. I hope you're having a great day, muscle man. Hope you're having a great week, brother. But yeah, it done warmed up today. Warmed up. Mom's okay. Grandson's okay. Uh, daughter's feeling a lot better today. So hopefully everybody's on the mend now. Fingers crossed. Let's hope. Yes, that's a good saying to go by. That's right. Work smarter, not harder. The only problem is sometimes that working smarter takes longer than working harder. Yep. So far, knock on wood, Madonna. Everybody seems to be hopefully getting back to normal, whatever the new normal is. Hopefully they're all back to normal, I guess. Now, mom does have to go November 4th for the endoscopy down her throat. She chokes when she chews food. It's in her throat. She's had to have it done several times. So she's having that done on November the 4th. And she has to come off of her Coumadin 5 days before she gets that. They don't want her blood to be so thin in case they nick something when they do the endoscopy. Mine too, Madonna. Mine too. I think that's why I have a headache all the time. I think that's why I have a headache all the time, Madonna. I just think too much. That's one of my problems sleeping at night, y'all, to be honest with you. When I lay down at night, I can't get my brain to stop racing. I can't quit thinking. And I'll wake up during the middle of the night thinking. I wish I had a little switch over here. I could flip that switch and turn my thinking part of my brain off for about 8 hours. Then when I wake up in the mornings, I could flip the switch and turn it back on. Appreciate the like and share, Arlene. Yeah, it's a pain, isn't it, Madonna? It's a pain. You lay down, you turn the lights out, and you lay down, and you think, gosh, I got to go to sleep. You lay your head down on the pillow, and your brain's just going 99 miles an hour. It's a pain in the backside. I woke up, I didn't go to bed last night. I kept waking up and waking up and waking up. I finally, last time I remember looking, it was like 11 o'clock. And then I was right back up at 3:30 this morning, wide awake. Thinking and worrying and wondering, and it's just a pain in the backside. Sonia says, I don't think after 4 p.m. I hear you, Sonia. I hear you. There's probably some kind of mental exercise out there that you could probably do to alleviate that problem. I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, here it is, folks. Today is October the 19th. We're over halfway through the month of October, folks. We're getting really close to the Wicked Witch of the East and the Wicked Witch of the West favorite day, Halloween, October the 31st. So be on the lookout for those two witches to be flying around the countryside. Don't be surprised if they was to show up at your front door. I'm just telling you, don't let them in. Don't let them in. I wonder what what are you supposed to use for witches? I wonder what you're supposed to do for witches. What keeps witches away? I mean, I don't know if crosses and holy water and all that, does that work on witches? Maybe fire? Is it fire that scares them away? KK is already saying happy Halloween. Yeah, I don't know. Is it fire that scares them away? I wouldn't think so, because they dance around the fires. Salt in a circle around you. Well, there you go, Madonna. Now I know. Just draw me a circle and salt around me. And there you go, Madonna. Thank you. I didn't know what you were supposed to use for witches. Dang, Madonna, I'll need a whole tractor and trailer load of salt, because I want to put a 1 mile perimeter around me, Madonna. I want to put a 1 mile perimeter around me so they can't get in. At least in the movie Hocus Pocus, it worked. Well, I'm gonna need a whole lot of salt, because I want to put a 1 mile radius around me to protect me from the Wicked Witch of the East and Wicked Witch of the West. If that's what it takes is salt. There's Dude Love in the house. What's up, Dude Love? What's up, Dude Love? Absolutely, Madonna. I hope they go to Vermont's house and they don't even come towards me. Hopefully they go to Vermont's house. I don't want them down here around me. So hopefully they go to Vermont's house. Vermont, did you by chance figure out who that channel was that KK sent you last night? I didn't know if you had a chance to investigate that channel that KK sent you last night. Got Alexis today? But yeah, I'm gonna need a whole bunch of that darn salt. No worries, dude. I just didn't know if you had a chance to check out that channel that KK sent you from her live stream last night. What's up, Ralph Trucking? What part of the world you in today, brother? What part of the world you in today, Ralph? That's probably what I need. I probably need Ralph Trucking to bring me a whole tractor and trailer load of salt so I could put a mile radius salt circle around my house to keep them darn witches out, to keep them witches from visiting me. That'd be a lot of salt. That'd be a lot of salt, y'all. 1 mile radius around my house, a circle of salt. That would be a ton of salt. That's too much like work. I might need to cut that back to a half a mile. Vermont says, not even close, KK. Vacuum because they only ride brooms. I hear you, Ralph. I hear you, dude. It's tough having two witches come to my live stream, you know. Wicked Witch of the East and the Wicked Witch of the West. And then you got to throw Noni May in there too. Noni May spends half her lifetime out there in the darn cemetery, wandering around between the ghosts and the goblins in the cemetery day and night. Day and night. So that's kind of weird. My poor old sister Noni May. She must not have no friends. That's why she goes and hangs out with the ghost in the cemetery. She must not have no real friends. That's why she hangs out in the cemetery with the ghost. Yeah, that's what I figured. It was in KK's live stream, and Dagon Hills was deleting the comments. Andrew said the Hillbillies is haunted. Oh no, not me. Not me. I ain't no ghost. I ain't haunted. I have to admit though, y'all. I really have to admit it. Even though I've never seen anything that points me in the direction that spirits actually exist, but in the back of my mind, out of all the things in the world, they might actually exist, folks. You know, I'm overtired, so today would be a great day. I hear you, Vermont. Yeah, I could possibly see that happening. Maybe. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that they actually see the ghost of their pets, you know. I've actually heard people swear up and down that they saw the ghost of their dog or their cat in their house after they pass away. What's up, Naj? What you up to today, Naj? Ooh, Vermont. Ooh. Boy, that's stepping out on a limb. That's stepping out on a limb. They had that series on, I think it was yesterday, the Salem witch trials. They had that series on yesterday. I watched a little bit of that yesterday. Boy, I'm glad I wasn't living back then. I'm very glad I was not living back then during that time period. I don't know how Vermont lived through it. I don't know how Vermont made it through it. The Salem witch trials. I really don't know how he made it through it. I mean, you stop and think about it. They get 3, 4, 5, 13, 14-year-old teenage girls. Are there star witnesses? They put them in the back of wagons and they rode through towns. And those girls would start twitching and acting like they were going into convulsions when they would pass a certain person. And they would arrest that person for being a witch. I mean, I don't know about you, but 12, 13, 14-year-old girls, I ain't going to put that much into what they got to say when it comes to pointing out somebody that's a witch. Vermont said, I hide in the trees. It's a good thing that they started pointing out prominent people's children and wives. That's what stopped it. They run out of regular people to blame for it, so for being a witch. So they started naming out prominent people's wives and children. The mail did come today, Vermont. I didn't get nothing, dude. Nothing in the mail for me today, except a bill, my cable TV bill. That's all I got was a cable TV bill. No ghost mail for me today. The ghost did not deliver me mail. The ghost did not deliver mail. All they bought, well, they brought me a bill. Do y'all's mail people do that, y'all? Do y'all's mail people dress up for Halloween? Our mail people dress up down here. I don't know how to get away with it. I'd have thought there'd be some kind of regulation against that, but I guess not. Let me think. Did I send that? Maybe. I'm talking about the ghost. Our mail people dress up like ghosts and witches and all that. The post office people do. The post office people do. Can't tell if ours do. Yeah, ours do. They put the magnetic pumpkins and magnetic witch sign. See, we don't have post office trucks out here in the country, y'all. Ours are all people's private vehicles. So they put witch stickers and Halloween, those magnetic stickers, the pumpkin stickers and ghost stickers and all that stuff. I meant the cable bill. I hear you. Andrew said, I have an ancestor that was involved in the witch trials. Vermont was there when that was going on, Andrew. Vermont was there. You know, after a while, they run out of people in Salem, so it started spreading everywhere. They went all the way to Maine and got that one preacher. They went all the way to Maine and got a preacher and brought him back. Like I've told y'all several times, I've actually been to Salem, Massachusetts. I went to all the little museums and all that stuff around there, read all the plaques. Yeah, KK, they drive their personal vehicles here. We don't have mail trucks. We don't have regular post office trucks. Everybody drives their personal vehicles. They get paid mileage for it. Martha Allen Carrier was her name. I got you, Andrew. But yeah, basically, the gist I got out of it, folks, I watched quite a bit of it yesterday, was it's like 4 or 5 teenage girls accusing everybody. And the gist of it is, I guess they kind of sit back and saw how some of the young girls were getting treated and locked in the jail. The jail was overrun with people, and they were hanging people up in the jail by shackles and stuff. So I guess those 4 or 5 girls got together and they came up with a plan. And they started using it to accuse people. The Amityville house in Massachusetts. I'm not sure, KK. Only time to do that here is during the holidays. Is the Amityville house is in New York, I think, KK. I think that's in New York. The Amityville house is in New York, I think. I don't know what part of New York, but I'm pretty sure it's New York. Sonia says Long Island. Yep, it's in New York. New York. I also watched that series about Ted Bundy. Good Lord, have mercy, y'all. You talking about a sick individual. Ted Bundy was sick, y'all. Oh, hell, I just checked tracking. Out for delivery from LA, California distribution center. Wow. Wow. But yeah, that Ted Bundy, he was a sick individual before he got caught. But after he escaped that second time and ended up down there in Florida, he went plumb damn lunatic when he got down there to Florida. Yeah, he went off the deep end for him. I'm batting 1,000, so I cannot send anything to you. I hear you, dude. Yeah, Ted Bundy he went off the deep end for Ted Bundy after he escaped that second time and took off down to Florida. Okie doke. What's up, Neil? More than off the deep end. Yeah, he went absolutely just insane when he escaped that second time when he got down to Florida. What's up, Dragoon Gaming? How you doing today? Off country is more like it. Yeah, when he got down there to Gainesville, Florida, he went absolutely just completely, totally insane. 70 degrees, Dragoon says. I'm 77 and sunny. 77 and sunny. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was a sick puppy before they caught him. the first 2 times they caught him, but he went plumb rabid when he got down to Florida. Asylum insane. Yeah, you got that right, Andrew. He just, ooh, ooh. That was watching that series it was on. That's the first time that I'd heard about the little girl that was 14 or 15 years old. I didn't know about her. The last I heard of him was when he was down there at the University of Florida State University. I didn't realize after he did that to all those women at in the frat houses or in the dorms at Florida State University. I did not realize that he abducted that 14 or 15-year-old girl. I did not know that until I watched that series. They found her in an old abandoned tobacco barn, dismembered. But I did not know about her. Rob on the road. What's up, Rob? How you doing today, my friend? About Ted Bundy, Nell. They had a series on, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, about Ted Bundy. And they were interviewing all the cops that was involved in that case and the reporters in that case and the forensic people involved in that case. All that was going on, or that was involved in that was on there. There's a TV hospital in Saratoga, New York called the Saratoga Homestead. I hear it's haunted. Yeah, they say the old VA hospital from up home where I'm from, Andrew. The basements of the old VA hospital up in Western North Carolina, they say is haunted. Rob says, I'm plodding on. Yep. One day at a time, 1 foot at a foot, 1 foot in front of the other. But yeah, I like to watch some of those series, especially when, they got it all documented from the court records and the police records and the actual policemen and FBI and investigators and all those people that were involved in it. I like to watch that. It's kind of disturbing, but kind of disturbing. At the very end, he was talking to that one preacher while he was fixing to meet the maker, and he blamed it on those magazines. Remember back in the day, those magazines where they'd have the women handcuffed and men cutting up women and all that mess on the magazine covers, and it was like adult comic books, I guess is what you'd call it. That was some weird stuff back in the day. That was some weird stuff back in the day. I remember that back in the day. But he was trying to, that preacher was trying to help him because he was blaming all his mental issues from those magazines from back when he was a kid. Love a good true crime documentary. Yeah, me too, Rob. I actually do. Yeah, I like the stuff when they've got all their facts and stuff together. Yeah, they did have some weird magazines back in the day, y'all. Some weird stuff that should have never been out in circulation. It should have never been in circulation. I guarantee you wouldn't see none of that stuff nowadays. I did not see the one about the Alaska Triangle, Andrew. I did not. No, I did not. Rob says still exists. Now it's online. I hear you, Rob. Yeah, that was some disturbing stuff back in the day. I remember it, y'all. I really do. I remember seeing those uh, magazines like that. They're almost like comic books. They were like colored comic books. But it was not good stuff. You dang sure wouldn't see it anywhere nowadays. It's very interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, Andrew. I haven't watched it. I have not watched it. I guess the Washington State football coach got relieved of his duties. Did you guys see that? The Washington State University football coach got relieved of his duties because of uh, not getting the prevention. Oddly, those publications command big money with collectors. Huh. That's interesting, Rob. That's interesting. I don't know, y'all. It's kind of like y'all ever watch that show To Catch a Smuggler? I catch that. I watch that sometimes when it comes on, To Catch a Smuggler. There's some weird dudes in this world, y'all. There is some weird dudes in this world that go overseas, and when they come back into the United States, they be carrying some weird stuff, folks. I'm just saying, to each their own. But I wouldn't be carrying all that stuff with me in a bag on an airplane for somebody to open up and look at. Naj says Alaskan Triangle. Yep, they have an Alaska Triangle too, Naj. Saratoga Homestead, Destination Fear on the Travel Channel. Yeah, some of the things those people bring back with them. And I didn't realize it, guys. I honestly, this was new to me till I watched that show. I did not know when people come back into the United States or come back into the United States, they can actually take your computer and your cell phone and go through your text messages, your photos, your videos, everything that's on your phone. They can check all of that. Wicked Witch of the West. I was just talking about you a while ago. Actually, it was Vermont Paint. I wasn't talking about you. Vermont Paint was. Yep, Alaska Triangle's like the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, it was Vermont Paint talking about you, Tony Damon. It wasn't me. Wicked Witch of the West. But I did figure out how to block you from coming to my house. Madonna hooked me up. Madonna said, all I got to do is get me some salt and draw a circle around me, and I'm good to go. So I'm thinking about going out a half a mile and putting a salt ring all the way around my house. What's up, Papa Smurf? How you doing today, buddy? How you doing today? Oh, I can't repeat it, Tony Damon. I can't repeat what Vermont was saying about you. Yeah, I cannot repeat it. It's so bad. Those words just can't come out of my mouth. I can't repeat it. Yeah, I can't repeat what he was saying. But yeah, I couldn't figure out what to stop UNSF Rose on Halloween, Tony Damon. So Madonna hooked me up. I said, all I got to do is put a ring around me, a salt ring around me, and y'all can't get to me, and the spells can't get to me. So I'm good to go now. I am good to go. Wow, I bet that was upsetting, Travel Dreamer. I bet that was upsetting, Travel Dreamer. But yeah, what do witches do anyway? Do witches eat you? Is that what they do? Do they boil you and eat you or something? I need to get up to speed on these witches since I got so many of them that come to my live streams. I need to, Andrew. I need to become a wizard. I wish I could become a wizard. I'd be a good wizard, though. I'd be a good wizard. I wouldn't be bad like Tony Damien and SF Rose. I'd be a good wizard. Yeah, we'll keep slugs away. Gotcha, Travel Dreamer. That's like a lot of the old folks used to say, you put a ring of sugar around your house outside. Sugar, it would keep the ants from coming in the house. That's a good one, Rob. That's actually funny, Rob. Rob says, in order to be undetected, witches blend into population by becoming mothers-in-law. There you go. Absolutely, Andrew. I couldn't have put it in better words myself. Someone hook up the hillbilly with a wizard or witch. Sonia says, I've escaped. Look out, folks. Look out. Sonia's on the prowl with her brand new tires on her truck. Everybody get out of the way. She could be running over you. She's going to be running over you. Oh, I meant to ask you, Sonia, did you find out about the camper today? Everything good with the new camper? I guess witches eat you or something. If they don't turn you into toads, I guess they eat you. I hear you, Rob. I was typing the camper info just now, Travel Dreamer says. Not yet, Sonia says. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Travel Dreamer. I need to get up to speed about the witches. I need to do some researching. I need to start doing some research so I'm up to speed about these darn witches. So, Tony Damien, do witches live forever? Do witches live forever? In all the movies, after so much time, they all get old and ugly. So I don't know if they live forever or not. Tony Damon says, hope so. Well, dang, if you don't know, I don't know who else to ask. Turn you into a mouse. I hear you. That's funny. Oh, that's not so unusual for ground. Laugh out loud. So small to west coast. So mail to west coast to deliver to the east coast. That makes sense to me, Vermont. That's the government, dude. That makes sense to me, Vermont. Current witches are old time witches. They're all witches. I just don't know if witches get old. I guess they get old and turn to dust or something. Post office just told you that. I hear you, brother. I guess when they get old, they just dry up and blow away. Dry up and blow away. Yeah, I don't want to be no witch. That's what I was thinking, Jim. If you pour hot water on them, don't that get rid of them too? If you pour hot water on them, I think that gets rid of them, melts them. You're surprised, but I have to tell you, it's the original ghost. What? Vermont, you did not have to do that, dude. You did not have to do that, Vermont Paint. Dude, you did not have to do that, my friend. Rob says, Bruce, I had a parcel go through LAX 3 times before it got to me. I should have got the air miles for it. Dang, Vermont. Yeah, Rob. Apparently so, buddy. Apparently so, Rob. It's a gift from a special friend to you, not from me. Wow. Maybe by Halloween. Silent bitter. Yeah, I hear you, silent bitter. I hear you, silent bitter. I hear you, silent bitter. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get excited about Halloween when you get old. After your kids are all grown up and your grandkids are grown up, it's hard to get excited about during Halloween anymore. What's up, Chief Wahoo? How you doing? I just hope the other things make it. Yeah, it's hard to get excited about Halloween anymore, y'all. You know, you go through the Halloween years with your kids, and then you go through the Halloween years with your grandkids, and they grow up, and it just ain't the same no more. I feel better now. You can worry and not me alone. Well, thanks a lot. We had that discussion earlier about not sleeping already. Getting ready for the Braves game later today. Boy, Boston Red Sox busted out last night, y'all. Did y'all see the score from that Boston game? Well, they don't even make an effort with the classic Halloween movies and shows on TV. It's all this new crap. Dude, that's all it's on my DirecTV. I have DirecTV, guys, satellite out here in the country. And I'm telling you right now, probably 30% of all my channels on DirecTV are scary movies. The Halloween movies, the Jason movies, all that stuff. That's what's running on almost all the channels, 30% of the channels. Chelino, how in the world you doing out in California, my friend? What's up, Chelino? How you doing? I hope you're staying safe and doing well, my friend. Bruce tried to do one of those overly nice things to me. I got him back. I hear you, Vermont. But yeah, almost every channel, y'all. Number 1, number 2, number 3, Halloween this, Friday the 13th this, all that stuff's on. Watched Children of the Corn last night. It was a good watch. I'll be honest with you. Chelino says, great, thank you. Glad to hear it, Chelino. Thank you so much. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't do scary movies. I just don't do scary movies. I'll never forget. I'll tell a story on myself. Y'all know me. I can't keep my mouth shut. I tell y'all everything about me. Tony Damon says, I love scary movies. Oh, I don't know, Andrew. They're advertising it as a cross between Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, but I don't know about that. Back in the day, y'all, me and a young lady that I was dating in high school ended up being my second wife. She ended up being my second wife. We split up senior year of high school. She went her way, I went my way, and then we ended up getting back together. But anyway, we went and saw a movie called The Town That Dreaded Sundown. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. We went and watched that movie. And after the movie, we went out to go parking. And we ended up going home because we were both scared after watching that movie. Let's put it that way. Oh, you love homemade movies, Tony Damon? Awesome. Sonia likes them too. Not a fan myself. I hear you, Jim. I love House of Hammer and the works of Christopher Lee, Boris Karloff, etc. Modern horror movies aren't horror movies. I hear you. But yeah, we went and watched that movie, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. That's the one that had Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island in it, as best I can remember. It's got the whole top of her head chopped. Exactly, Rob. That's exactly right, dude. Yeah, it didn't work out, Rob, at all. Yeah, there wasn't going nowhere and parking in the dark after watching that scary movie. But I have never been a fan of scary movies. Hey, Artist Devil, how you doing? Nope, never been a fan of them. When Linda Blair's head spun round and round in that movie, where she was throwing up the green pea soup, that was the end of scary movies. I had no use for them after that. When Linda Blair's head went spinning around, that was the end of scary movies for the hillbilly. I love spooky crap. Darker the better. When they throw a priest out the window that's got a cross and holy water in his hands, and that thing can still get up off the bed and throw the priest out the window, I don't need to be there. I do not need to be there, folks. Andrew says scary movie with Charlie Sheen. I never did. I never watched the first one of them scary movies. Artist Devil said The Exorcist was awesome. That is one movie right there. I didn't like it. Depends what you classify as horror scary. I've watched some horror movies that be reaching for the local vicar. Loved it. I hear you, Rob. Yeah, when that thing can take a priest with his rosary and his cross and his holy water and throw his butt out the window, that ain't for the hillbilly. Don't call me to come help you. Do not call the hillbilly to come help you, because I ain't coming. I like monster movies, Nas says. Okay, Vermont. Guys, give me just a minute. I'll be right back. You guys talk about scary movies amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Give me just a couple of minutes. I tell y'all a movie that scared me. I tell you a movie that scared me was that darn Deliverance movie. Did y'all ever see Deliverance? The movie Deliverance? After I watched that movie, I had distant cousins I never went and visited anymore. After I watched that movie, there's places back there in them hills I never went back to again to visit some of my distant cousins after watching that movie. Nope. Yeah, after watching that movie scared me so bad. I had distant cousins. I never went back and visited ever again. That movie scared me. It was, Madonna. It scared me to death. I started looking at that movie, looking to see if I could recognize anybody. The Wicker Man original, another work of art. Dang, sound like Rob's a connoisseur of scary movies. Check your messages, laugh out loud. If you sent me something scary. Oh, she sent me something the other day that was funny. She sent me something the other day that was funny, y'all. Check this out right here. Can y'all read that? Drat, they're catching up to us. Can we talk to you about your extended broom warranty? I meant to show y'all that yesterday. That is too funny. Tony Damien sent me that the other day. She sent me that the other day. Yeah, she sent me that the other day. That was too funny. Pet Cemetery. I never watched that. Real life movies can be very scary. That's like The Town That Dreaded Sundown, Travel Dreamer. That was a true story. They never caught that guy, as far as I know. They shot at him with shotguns underneath a train, but I don't think they ever found that dude in The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Yep, I don't think they ever found him. To my knowledge, they didn't find him. Yeah, that was rather hilarious. What Tony Damien sent me the other day. I went to a Halloween fair 3 days ago, Dragoon Gaming says. I hear you. Christopher Lee may be the greatest Dracula on color film. All the ladies will argue with it, Rob. All the ladies will argue with it. They'll argue that the greatest vampire in recent years is that darn Edward. That darn Edward. At the fair, I had two pork sandwiches, barbecue sauce, coleslaw, mac and cheese, chips, and water. Dang, Dragoon, you made me hungry. Yeah, all the ladies be arguing with you, Rob. They'll be saying that darn Edward is the greatest recent vampire. From that series Twilight, or the movies Twilight. All the ladies loved that darn Edward the Vampire. Yeah, Travel Dreamer. I've told that story many times. When I was a kid, I never got to watch it. We couldn't get that channel. We couldn't get that channel. So everybody at school would be talking about Barnabas and all them. And I didn't know what they were talking about because I never got to watch it. I never got to watch it. Greatest vampire ever is Bela Lugosi. The old black and white ones where they didn't talk were pretty cool. The glitter, farting, floppy-haired, emo vampire wannabe. He can get in the bin with the rest of the crap, Rob says. I like Damien, Klaus, and Elijah. What's up, Bree? How you been doing, Bree? I ain't seen you in a while. What kind of trouble you been getting into, Bree? What kind of trouble have you been getting into, Bree? And since you're so late, Bree, what's your favorite scary movie, Bree? What is your most favorite scary movie of all time, Bree? And if she comes back with an answer about chickens or something, I'm going to flip out. Dark Shadows. Yep, I never got to watch it. I never got to watch it, y'all. But everybody at school talked about it all the time. But I never had the opportunity. Y'all remember that channel that used to come on Saturdays called Shock Theater? Anybody remember that? Shock Theater. They used to show the old scary movies on it on Saturday mornings. I used to love that channel. Shock Theater. Bree can't spell cacciatore. I can't spell it either, Sonia. I can't spell it. As far as I know, I ain't never eaten none of that stuff. No trouble. No scary movies. I'm too sensitive. Bree, hold on a minute. Let me put my boots on. Let me put my boots on. Bree said no scary movies. I'm too sensitive. Wow, Bree. You're full of it today, Bree. Tales from the Crypt. Yep, I remember that, Rob. The Crypt Keeper. Maybe she can't spell it, but she can make it, Jim says. Now it says creature feature. I remember Shock Theater. I watched The Bird Box with Sandra whatever, Lord, nightmares. Bird Box. Yeah, that Shock Theater used to show all the black and white vampire and Frankenstein and werewolf movies. Oh, that was a pretty cool show on Saturday mornings. Pretty darn cool show. Bree's got all that stuff out there where she's at. She got the darn vampires and the werewolves and the changelings and Sasquatches. Bree's got all that stuff out there where she lives. Maybe it wasn't even scary. Yeah, Bree's got all that stuff running loose out there where she's at. Bree says, did anyone else see The Bird Box? I did not. I did not, Bree. That is a movie I have never seen. Yeah, that's the one with what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis is back in that, right, Sonya? And she's actually hunting for Michael Myers. I think I saw the previews of it. That's the problem. It's dark out here. Last thing I need is to watch scary stuff. Well, Bree, all you got to do is go out and shine your light at night, Bree. You got changelings, you got vampires, you've got werewolves, you got Sasquatch. Then you got Chicken Man, Vermont Paint running loose. Sonya said Bird Box was popular a couple of years ago. I got you. Sonya said it was popular a couple of years ago. So Sonya saw it, Bree. Bree said it was scary, right, Sonya? Yeah, if I was Bree, I'd be afraid to walk out the door early in the mornings or at night. If it's dark outside and I was at Bree's house, I wouldn't go outside. She got all them creatures out there that can get her. Sonya says she didn't get to see it, Bree. Or if I was Bree out there collecting eggs, I'd be looking over both shoulders. I'd have my head on a swivel if I was Bree out there collecting them eggs. I'd be scared to death. I'd be shaking in my boots. Exactly. I have to close the chickens at night. I bet you do. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis in the new Halloween movie. Yeah, I saw the previews of it. It seemed like she's actually hunting him this time. She's actually hunting Michael Myers. Sure. Shine a light into the dark, into the barnyard, and let it hit the Angus cow eyes. Spooky when all you see is eyes glowing. That or deer, Madonna. Yeah, you be shining your flashlight, walking, all of a sudden, bam, there's them deer eyes shining at you. Zombie chickens at her house. Sonya says, how do you close a chicken, Bree? How do you close a chicken? That might be a better question for Vermont, Sonya. That might be a better question for Vermont on how to close a chicken. I can't tell today's joke, too religious. I heard it's a great new Halloween. Bree says quickly, it's cold and dark out there. Vermont says with a stapler works best. So Vermont says close the chicken with a stapler. Like the pictures of the raccoon I sent Sonya yesterday. Madonna says kitchen twine. Dang, I didn't know we had so many professional chicken closers in here. We got a bunch of darn professionals in here, and I didn't even know it. Professional chicken closers. I'll be danged. I'll be darn danged. Gosh darn it, we got a bunch of smart people in here. Oh, I can't say gosh darn it. A lot of people say I cuss when I say gosh darn it. They say I'm cussing when I use that phrase. Gosh darn it. I saw glowing. Not a paper stapler. Go for the industrial box staples. There you go. There you go. Stapler. Yeah, if I was Bree, I'd be scared to death. In the state she lives in, I'd be scared to death to go out to that chicken coop in the mornings before dark or after dark. I'd be shaking in my boots. I promise you I would. She got too many strange things goes on out there. Too many boogers in the dark out there. Too many boogers out there. Really, my wife said, I'm not right. Why don't she see these comments when I don't want her to? I hear you, dude. KK said, me too scared. Bree says, I'll let the dogs go first. Oh, so you let the poor old dog out there, and if the dog don't come back, then you don't go out there, huh? There you go, Naj. Naj, don't tell her that. There'll be holes all over in the chicken coop. There'll be holes all over in the chicken coop, Naj. She walked by and looked over and called me a dumb butt. I hear you, dude. I hear you. My one little dog is super vicious. My one little dog is super vicious. Well, Bree, unfortunately, if there's an 8-foot tall Sasquatch out there, I don't think that dog's going to be very vicious. Yeah, Jim's asking a good question, Vermont. Well, how would she close a chicken? That's a good question, Jim. How would she close a chicken? She says you close a chicken by not opening it to start with. Okay. Well, you're safe then, Vermont, because I mean, she's not going to open you up. She's not going to open you up. How can I come up with an answer for that? Just tell her, thank you, honey. Now I know you really love me because you're not ever going to open me up because I'm the chicken man. Ray, you need a pair of Roddy or a mule. One time she went racing after a coyote. Now that was scary. I got coyotes here too, Bree. She says if I keep telling stupid jokes, all bets are off. I hear you. I got coyotes down here in South Carolina, Bree. We got a bunch of them things. Sometimes reports come in from school kids, parents and their school kids waiting on the school bus, reporting the darn coyotes messing with them down here. We got tons of coyotes down here. We really do. We got a lot of coyotes down here. I hear them pack up out here every now and then. They pack up out here in this field a lot. They built 3 new chicken houses on the other side of the field here in front of my house. And as soon as they did that, a lot of times you can hear the coyotes packing up at one end of the other of the big field out here. I guess going over there and trying to get into the chicken houses. There are coyotes living in Central Park and New York City, Jim says. New York City? Yes, they do, Vermont. Yep, a lot of times during the night when the dogs are raising Cain like that, that's what it is. It's either coyotes or deer. The coyotes or the deer. Poof. Who needs scary movies? I got real life. The neighbor dog came to visit this morning. I hear you. Jim says, absolutely, hillbilly. Yeah, we got plenty of them down here, dude. She ate 3 days worth of eggs. I left the dang egg bucket where she could reach it. Well, Bree, I bet you don't do that again. I bet the neighbor's dog will be back there every day now. Yep. That dog will be back every day looking for eggs now, Bree. Mule protect the sheep and other animals, and a pair of Rottweiler or pit bull can do much damage. Vermont says, Bree, that neighbor would be handing over some cash for those eggs. Yeah, that he'll be keep coming back now. He done got to taste them eggs. You won't never be able to get rid of that dog. The scariest, most dangerous animal is man. Travel Dreamer, that is debatable, Travel Dreamer. That's debatable, Travel Dreamer, because there's a good chance that the scariest and most dangerous animal is woman. Travel Dreamer. That's open for debate. That is open for debate, Travel Dreamer. Vermont says not man, but woman. Yeah, that's open to debate, Travel Dreamer. Men aren't vindictive like women are. Men get over crap. Men get over crap. Women, y'all hold a grudge for life. Yeah, y'all hold a grudge for life. Compromise with human beings. I hear you, Travel Dreamer. I don't fear men, but I'm afraid of my wife, Vermont says. Bree said, it's a neighbor that I like. Sort of related to me. Might have even birthed me. I'm going to let it go this time. Sonia says, folded arms and tapping my toe, looking over my glasses. Wow, Sonia. Vermont says, laugh out loud, her mom. I mean, seriously, y'all, women hold grudges for life. I remember back in kindergarten, little Bruce broke up with me on the playground that day. He broke my heart in kindergarten. Y'all do not forget. Sabri's mom's dog ate her eggs. It kind of sounds like Vermont. Yeah, y'all don't forget. Y'all do not forget. Not man, woman is. Hell has no fury like a pissed off woman. We get even after everyone forgot what happened. Bam, gotcha. That's right, Naj. You will take notice I haven't made any comments on this subject. Some of us don't, Sonia says. You're 100% would be an admin in an all-boys school, but not an all-girls school. Grudges, blades to face, and ripping out the earrings if you're not removed prior. Yep. Yeah, y'all got a memory like an elephant when it comes to stuff like that. Y'all don't forgive and don't forget. Y'all file that stuff back here and you got it on speed dial. It's faster than any computer that's ever been made. Y'all got that on speed dial. Warp drive. Got it on the warp drive. Nah, it says, Jim, you're a smart man. Yep, old Jim's a smart feller. That's exactly right. We don't remember it, so it's even worse. You know, especially when she comes in and says, do you remember what you did to me 13 years ago on my birthday? I'm sorry. I don't even remember your birthday last year, much less 13 years ago. See how you are? You promised me 13 years ago that would never happen again, and you don't even remember what you promised to me. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, right, Vermont. Vermont said, yes, I do, and I'm proud of it. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah. Oh, Lord, guys, I got to get off from here. We've been on here an hour and a half. We've been on here an hour and a half. We got to wrap this thing up. I do right after she tells me over and over again for a week. Yeah, I used to love those conversations from things that happened 13 years ago. Argue all week long about something that happened 13 years ago that you don't even remember happened. But anyway, guys, I appreciate everybody stopping by. It's Tuesday afternoon. Everybody's out there in the real world working. Y'all be safe this week. Be safe. And don't forget, we got Halloween coming up. The ghouls and the goblins are going to be out. So everybody be aware of that. And but I appreciate you guys. I really do. Everybody, please be safe. Please be safe. And remember, always be good to yourself and be good to each other. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank y'all. Appreciate you. Yeah, I will, Vermont.